Greetings, friends. The readings for this Sunday, sort of in my mind, anyways, revolves around the whole idea of hospitality. I love the story about Elisha, who stops by a very prominent woman's house of Shunem. She's often called a Shunammite. And she receives him. I love it. She makes a room for him. He has a bed. He's got a desk. He's got a lamp, and the whole idea of hospitality and inviting a man of God, a prophet, into your house. Okay. And the beauty of it is this: whenever you invite the prophet in the house, you're really inviting God into the house. And when you make room for God, we notice that there's fruitful, okay? Because Elisha asked his servant Gehazi if there's anything we can do for this woman. He said, well, they're childless. And so what happens? She has children. So when you invite God in your house, you're always inviting a fruitful thing. Spiritual fruits happen, okay? Good things happen, okay? In the gospel, we have this theme of hospitality. Whoever receives you receives me. And whoever receives me receives the one who sent me, which is us, disciples, right? Okay? Whoever receives a prophet because he is a prophet will receive a prophet's reward. See that? The whole thing of inviting the prophet, the disciple, the godly person into your house. And by doing so, you're really inviting God into your house, right? And of course, good things happen. But when you invite God into your house, good things happen, but there's this caveat, and that is God becomes the most important thing in your house, even above your own loved ones. Wow. Think about that. Jesus shows what happens when he's in his house. He says, you're going to have to love me more than your parents, wife, even children. Whoa. How does that sit with you, huh? But it's really true. It really is true. I love so many things about my wife, and one of the things I love about her is that she knew from the get-go that she wasn't going to be the most important thing in my life. I'm sure it might have been a little shocking at first, but perhaps that's one of the reasons why she married me, because she knew that I had a higher purpose, right? And that she wedded herself to that higher purpose, right? And that's why she doesn't mind me having two wives. There's she, and there is the church, right? And so my wife is very remarkable, because that's not an easy thing to do. But it's because she's invited God into her house, okay? And God rearranges things, okay? And that's because only God can be God, right? And our family are gifts to us, but they're not the most important thing. And that's what Jesus is trying to say here. He's got to be the most important thing. Okay, so there's that. And, when you invite God into your house, and this gets to the Romans reading, sin no longer dominates in the house. Okay. Doesn't mean we don't sin. Doesn't mean we don't wrestle with sin. But look at this passage here. As to his death, he died to sin once for all. How in the world did Jesus die to sin once for all? Well, it's because Jesus took on all our sins. as if he committed them. But he didn't do it in rebellion, he did it as a gift to us. He became sin, so to speak, on the cross. And just think about that. I mean, all you have to do is do a good examine, okay, to really see what's going on in our festering hearts. Jesus, have mercy. And he does, right? Okay. So he died to sin. And so we who are united with him also have died with sin, okay? In other words, in our house, when we have Jesus living in it, sin is no longer what dominates within us at all. And Paul says, consider yourself dead to sin. Okay? In other words, so many of us say, well, I just can't get beyond all this sin and seem, always kind of feel like you're being bullied around by sin. That's not what God has intended to you for your life. Okay? You just need to assume, just like Jesus died to sin, so we died to sin. We struggle, but it's not the main thing. And of course, we always have the sacrament of reconciliation, right? So that's what it means to have God in your house. Isn't that nice? Isn't it? You invite him in, he's gonna move the furniture around, right? That's a good thing, right? And he's also gonna clean house. That's even a better thing, okay? So, God bless you. We'll see you on Sunday.